Hey there, it's Rusty Nelson, your college art professor, and we are talking watercolor. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in and the patience you have shown in continuing to watch this podcast that I've been doing. I'm approaching my 3rd-year anniversary. I started my channel in January of 2024, so we are approaching the 3rd-year anniversary, and I've been so pleasantly surprised with the amount of views and the people subscribing to the channel, as I really am putting out there on YouTube the things that I do as a college professor, teaching art up at the university. I do a lot of foundation drawing classes, so that would be basic observational drawing, where we're drawing a lot of still life and just really learning the fundamentals. And then we move into a figure drawing class. I teach figure drawing, and I do integrate and use Loomis quite a bit in my in-person, on-campus figure drawing class. I teach illustration, and then the bulk of my other classes are in the graphic design area of the programs. So I teach a lot of computer-oriented stuff with the Adobe Creative Suite. I work with Blender and 3D modeling and animation. So I have a whole host of skills that I'm interested in trying to get better at and improving, but what I'm bringing to YouTube is essentially drawing and watercolor. That's where I'm really got my deepest interest in, is being able to paint with watercolor. And I do the drawing mainly because that's my first, and it typically is everybody's first thing that they do, is jumping into drawing and figuring out how to make the shapes and make things look real and all that. And I do really appreciate and feel most comfortable with drawing, and that's my run home to mama. So whenever I'm feeling a little insecure about anything I might be doing, I just have a pencil and a piece of paper, and I just start sketching and drawing, and it really does kind of lift you up out of any creative funk you might have, and get you creating and thinking creatively and just having a good time. So, and that's the kind of stuff I want to bring to the channel, put into the videos that go onto this channel for anybody who's interested in learning how to draw and to paint with watercolor. And that can happen at any age. A lot of my students up at the university, they haven't had any little or any art classes in high school. So we really kind of get them from the basic 3rd grade level of understanding and experience with art, and get them up to speed within a year, in that freshman year and that foundation year, and get them up to working with and understanding the fundamentals, so they can move into upper level studio classes or design classes. So that's been my experience for the last 28 years, getting those kind of exercises and projects and attitudes and skills all developed in a very short period of time, and get people creating. So if you're in that boat, are you mid-career, you had to set your creative life aside for a while, maybe life got in the way and things like that, you're ready to pick it up, great. That's what I hope I can do and what I can offer for everybody coming into this channel with these free YouTube tutorials. So, but again, that's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing. Getting ready to retire. I have one more semester. We're in week 13 of the fall semester 2025, and we are crashing to the end. Got a couple weeks before Thanksgiving, and the weather's turned cold, so everybody's starting to hunker down, and they can kind of really start focusing on getting caught up on their projects and assignments. And I have a little saying outside my door that we're at the point of the semester where it's all the work while crying. And that seems to be the standard process in getting something done with students. I mean, I remember doing it as a student as well. So you always, if anything you learn in college, it's about crisis management and stomping out whatever flame is burning the highest, whichever one's burning your butt. So the students are definitely working and starting to get a little concerned that the semester is ending so quickly. And that means I only have one semester left before I retire. So that's happening a lot faster than I thought it would. I was out last week. All last week I was traveling back into Kansas, where I'm originally from, and where we plan to retire, and working on a range of things, helping my daughter out, being with the grandkids, but also kind of making some of the preparatory steps that we need to take in making our transition that's going to happen, within this next 6 months to a year. And that's all starting to get a little real, and it's getting to accelerate and compress all the various things. So I'm having a little focus issue with trying to stay on top of everything that I'm doing with the channel, with my classes. I'm behind on grading. I need to get caught up on that. And yeah, that's just the way it is, and that's what's happening right now. I knew it would happen. This last year was going to fly by, and it is. So I was looking through all comments, and I had a real nice one. It's I'm feeling like and I've mentioned this on previous episodes, where I'm on kind of a plateau right now, and I think it's a lot due to a lot of reasons, but one of the main reasons is that because I'm so distracted with schoolwork, which I need to be, with schoolwork, and then also all this prep for getting ready for retirement and moving. I mean, we haven't moved in 28 years, so that's going to be quite a traumatic event. But that plateau, I probably haven't been giving my channel and my efforts in making better videos enough attention. So I think that's kind of showing and reflecting in the views. But I had some nice comments from some people wishing that I could get more views, and we're offering some really good suggestions that, yeah, I know I need to post more. I've always been a terrible social media person, posting stuff to Facebook, or I would, before my YouTube channel, I used Instagram quite a bit, but it was really just to kind of post some of my better artwork that I had been working on, some of my best watercolors. And if you do, you can go out to Instagram and take a look at that. The link's in the description. But it wasn't in any way designed to do what everybody tries to get on the Instagram to do, get those millions of views and everything. It was really just kind of a visual portfolio, and I was really posting just stills, and that was even when Instagram was predominantly stills, and then it transitioned to mostly videos. But I don't know where I was going with that. So yeah, being a good content creator and interacting with my community needs a lot to be desired. And I think if I did more of that, that would help also get more people involved. I need to do more shorts. I definitely understand that, but I need to do something, probably use some software that will help generate clips automatically and things like that from the long format content. I've been doing longer content. I think that's kind of probably been affecting my views as well. But I did that mainly for me as a means of just as a creative outlet. I hadn't done any real good pieces other than quick little lessons on YouTube for a while, and I was getting a little itchy. So I needed to sit down and try to do some better pieces. And when I do that, they take a little longer. And I like the real-time videos. People like the real-time videos better than things that are sped up. I haven't done anything where I've sped up the work in quite a while and then do voiceover over it. But yeah, so there's a whole host of things I could probably be doing that would help increase the views to my channel. I need to do different types of content as well. So I know I've definitely been in a rut of just being in studio. I didn't get a chance this summer to get a lot done outside or even going around searching for new subject matter of my own. So yeah, I've been just a little bit overwhelmed, and still, even still with the plateau, I'm still gaining viewers and subscribers, and I definitely want to thank everybody for coming in and joining the community and watching my videos. I'm definitely here to provide the lessons that you can watch and see, and hopefully offer some tips as to what you need to work on. So. And that's what I've been doing as well recently in some of my talking watercolors, is trying to give you at least some basic tip that you can use and take forward. And it normally boils down to practice. And that really is what it comes down to, is the more time you spend at it, the more you're going to discover and learn. you can watch a lot of this stuff and see some cool things people are doing out on YouTube, file it away, but unless you remember it when you're sitting down to draw, it just kind of flitters away and flitters out of your mind. So if you are watching YouTube, maybe sit down. That's my tip. This is my tip for the week, is if you are sitting down watching other YouTube content creators and artists doing their thing, sit down with a piece of paper or a notepad or a sketchbook or something and try doing what they're doing as they do it, so that you then have the muscle memory for that activity. And then if you do it enough on this, maybe 1 or 2 sessions after watching it, it's going to be kind of filed away in your brain, and you'll be able to pull it up when you need to do it in a nice piece. So when you're getting started with your drawing and your watercolor stuff, it's all about the repetitions and the practice. So don't skip your practice. Drawing sessions, you can do those in 30 minutes to an hour, and just doodle and sketch and work on your modeling and your value control and how to make lighting look good on an object. And it can be just simple objects as well, basic primitive forms and things like that. And then you can start transitioning into more complex things like faces, hands, heads, figures, and things like that. And a lot of times, it's really just getting that basic shape, that silhouette in your mind, so that when you do want to add it in to like a watercolor, it's more of a symbol, it's more of an accurate silhouette. Because there's a lot of times in watercolor, there's not a lot of detail, especially in figures and stuff that are in scenes. So they're really done in a way where the viewer's eye really fills in all the detail and recognizes it as a human, as a figure in it. So, but practice, that's the big tip. And let's see, is there another one? Can I give you a bonus tip? Let me think here. Practice, and don't let perfection get in the way. I've definitely seen some of that in the comments recently, that people are always saying they appreciate the fact that as I'm showing what I'm doing, I leave in mistakes and or my repairs of something I didn't quite get right. And that's just part of the process. Everybody's going to be trying to deal with something that didn't quite work correctly, or I'll go ahead and work it out. It looks like a great piece. It may not look like the photograph identically. And if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know that I'm a recovering photorealist. I have divorced myself from the need or the desire to match a photograph perfectly. I use the photographs as really just data points where I can go in and extract the information, put it into my artwork, and then kind of just riff on whatever that data will do when I put it into the piece, so that hopefully it's creative decisions that make it look good, not the fact that it looks identical to a photograph. So, but I understand there's a lot of cool people doing that kind of thing, and people can appreciate it, but it's just something I've gotten over, and I want to move to a more expressive means of visualizing and creating artwork and illustrations. So anyway, that's it. Couple tips, a bonus tip. There you go. What more could you want? So, hey, I'm glad you have shown up today. And if you're new, thanks for watching. If you're returning, thanks for watching again. And if you got anything out of today's talk, if you get anything out of any of the existing videos out there, please give me a like and a subscribe. Give me some comments. Those things help immensely. And share it out with some friends and relatives and neighbors, anybody who would like to get started doing something creative. I would really appreciate it. Helps the channel out immensely. So head into the video description. I have some free downloads. If you click on my website link, kicks you over there, and there's all sorts of free stuff you can download. I have some digital products on Gumroad, a couple of a calendar of projects and a syllabus, like a 15-week syllabus. And if you think any of these free tutorials and things I'm doing on this channel is worth your financial support, head over to Patreon and give me a $5 a month membership. I truly do appreciate it. You guys are really helping out a lot when you do that. And I'll see you next week talking watercolor.